of your world. Putting it together, because now more than ever, you need a clear voice to guide
Guys, I want to train my stomach.
our risings, words, and beyond.
Give me this one.
Because stars we are bound. And down bells means speakers the time. The bell rings in London, they got into a ball, taking up a new game of opportunities. New ideas being born and born, deals being done, the global wave winning the forces in it all. I feel but you take over stocks, bonds, and all of it. In the business world, the winner takes the spoils. In the business day, every moment. Trust us to be your guide to hide the news in the marketplace. We'll wrap up the business day with up, walk down, the fears
To
and
burn the fats.
and what to watch out for. It's all right for today.
It's 20 minutes.
Every moment matters. Every decision. Every moment of courage. Every act of kindness. Every declaration of war is made by someone somewhere. Arise, Newsnight analyzes the decisions that affect all of our lives.
A very warm welcome to you this Good Night. Every night, we'll bring you the moments that matter. Top to the bottom, and in every corner of our country. We'll bring you a program like this. Nigeria, Africa, and beyond. Rivers of what's important will lie with you.
This is for flat stomach. It helps to burn the fat.
Welcome to the program. Here with the Vice News, Nigeria's capital Abuja, and it will connect 60 minutes. All of the global headlines you need to know about. I am Sergina Muzaka, and you are watching Arise News. Our top stories: Lebanon authorities say at least 8 killed, 59 wounded in Israeli struggle. U.S. House passes an enhanced presidential security act to ensure immediate resources for Secret Service comes after two assassination attempts on Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. European Union pledges to loan Ukraine up to $39 billion to rebuild the economy and housing. Plus, damning report against ex-Harrods boss Mohammed Al Fayyad, UK victim speak out accusing business tycoon of decades-long misconduct. We have an assessment. In Washington, U.S.
It's not fast.
Acting Director Ronald Rose Jr. is
It's
on
not fast.
a briefing on the U.S. Secret Service's initial investigation into the attempted assassination of former U.S. President Donald Trump on July 13th.
There was complacency on the part of others that led to a breach of security protocols. With respect to accountability, the Mission Assurance Review has identified deficiencies in the advanced planning and its implementation by Secret Service personnel. Employees will be held accountable. This agency has among the most robust table of penalties in the entirety of the federal government. These penalties will be administered according to our disciplinary process. Due to federal regulations, they cannot get into personnel matters as they are proceeding. Secret Service in a pivotal moment in the history of our country. And I've directed that the Secret Service embark on a significant paradigm shift that will redefine how we conduct detective operations. What occurred on Sunday demonstrates that the threat environment in which the Secret Service operates is tremendous and under constant threat. And we've been in this heightened and increasingly dynamic threat environment since July 13th. This reality has necessitated that we significantly increase our protective footprint, and we've already begun to do so following the event of July 13th. This increased operational tempo requires additional resources to not only account for costs being incurred today, but ensure that we have the tools, the technology, and personnel needed to meet these new requirements and execute our mission going forward. The paradigm shift will be a driving force to move the Secret Service from a state of reaction to a state of readiness. And the vision is for the Secret Service to be more agile, with the ability to escalate protection to the highest level for numerous protectees for undetermined periods of time. But in order to do this, we need additional personnel, technical assets, and equipment for the sustainment of immediate and future needs. Our personnel have been in a state of hypervigilance following July 13th. We are certainly working our people hard, and I've used this term publicly, redlining. This cannot be about working our people harder. So with respect to changes, the workforce, the American public, they can expect changes in our processes for advances. There will be an increased use of technology, not only to assist in communications, but also situational awareness of what we're doing on protective missions. There will be organizational changes. For example, we've already directed the creation of an applied research and development center to field new technologies, leverage the research of other government agencies, and calibrate our technical security assets to stay ahead of threat sectors and technical collection impacting Secret Service activities. This will be an iterative process, meaning it will be constantly evaluated, validated, updated, and evolving. We cannot be stagnant. And we must be weaned off the reliance of partners within DHS to assist us during high operational times. The Secret Service should be self-reliant outside of national special security events. However, we recognize that we will always need assistance from our partners within the Department of Homeland Security and our partners at the Department of Defense. I want to take this moment now also to thank our workforce. I want to conclude by thanking the men and women of the Secret Service who are working tirelessly. This summer we experienced an unprecedented operational tempo for our agency. Within a 45-day period, Secret Service successfully implemented our operational security planning at 3 national special security events: the NATO Summit, the Republican National Convention, and the Democratic National Convention. We successfully protected both the presidential debate in Philadelphia and multiple protectee visits commemorating the anniversary of the September 11th attacks. All of this took place while protecting major party candidates on the campaign trail. This high operational tempo continues as the Secret Service prepares for the United Nations General Assembly next week, where we expect to protect more than 140 visiting world leaders and heads of state. I am proud of all that we've accomplished in a very difficult and tumultuous time for the agency. And I recognize and thank the men and women of the Secret Service and their families for continuing to make great sacrifices in support of our enduring mission. And with that, I will take questions.
So given all the attention related to these events, the highest level protectees now need to campaign differently in how they organize their events and in how they live their daily lives, things like trips to golf courses and recreational time. Will they have to do differently?
All is going to go responsibility of the Secret Service to make sure that we provide we want them to make sure that they can live their lives with some type of normalcy, but they must do so with us providing the highest level of protection which we have been doing since July 1st. And so it's ultimately our responsibility to make sure that wherever our protectees go, we are creating a safe environment. And that comes back to us being able to use our methodology, to use our redundancies, our systems that we have in place to create.
Donc, il reste 5 minutes.
So since July 13th, we have been securing successfully outdoor events. And what
Ça
you
fait
see
mal.
is an increased use of assets, increased use of glass. So we certainly make sure that when they are out there in an outdoor venue, that we are using our protection methodology to create that safe environment.
Could you just kind of go into a bit more detail about the conversations you had with Trump campaign staff about Butler's site? The report says that Secret Service agents fought at the challenge and staff wanted to have the rally there. Did the staff go against your recommendations? Speak to exactly what was said and.
So, listen, the staff chooses the site, and ultimately it's all the Secret Service that secure it. So, when the site was selected, the advance team went about identifying areas of concern. The AGR building was one of those hazards that was identified. But let me just be clear, Maria, ultimately it is the Secret Service's responsibility to secure a site. We certainly have conversations, and it doesn't matter whether it's a campaign staff or a White House staff. We have conversations, and we have very good working relationships with those staff. But ultimately, it is the Secret Service's responsibility to secure a site.
Director, thank you. Based on your review and analysis, what's the best explanation as to why there was not law enforcement personnel covering the roof, physically opening on top of the roof? And the follow-up question would be, how disappointed are you
Tout ça comme arrêté.
described as deficiencies in ability?
Ici,
So ultimately, Pierre, if we have to be very direct and
il y a 1 ici. Et là, il y a 0. Il y en a 3.
what the mission assurance review has identified is that there was that lack of
Oh non, il y en a 2. Maintenant, il y a 3.
since July 13th, when I've been out on the road and I've watched
Mais
field
pourquoi ils partent?
gave guidance
Ils partent.
becoming the acting director.
Il y en a 1.
We have to be very
Quelqu'un qui
clear
rajouté.
when we're talking about state and local partners.
Et
We
voilà.
value those relationships with them. We need them to be assisting us and be shoulder to shoulder with us. And it appears that there was that lack of
Terry.
clarity with respect to Butler. And go again with your follow-up here.
Lack of clarity that
There was discussion about
Two.
how the roof was going to be secured, and I think what it came back to is we should have challenged how that mechanism was being implemented.
Le génie.
We should have been
Tu veux faire picoler? T'es comme ça. Tu sais, tu te rentreras un peu.
law enforcement. Ultimately, it's our responsibility, so we just have to be very clear.
Combien?
Asking them.
2 minutes.
They want to help us. And what we found is that in this, they in the mission assurance interviews, it became apparent that in comparison to prior visits to that area, there was one prior
Tu
visit in
sautes?
2020, that there was a lack of assertion with respect to what exactly state and locals would have to require, or would be required to support that event.
1 minute. Après, tu touches l'écran, ça va arrêter.
Là,
Après,
si j'appuie l'écran, reste stop.
c'est 600 de rouge, tu vas arrêter. Essayez de toucher. Touche à l'écran. Touche bien. Là.
Après, papa, c'est pas grave, tu descends. Tu descends, après tu habilles. Parce que moi, c'est la première fois que je fais ça. Hein.
Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.